Seamus made dinner. Oh, we ain't got to turn that off just yet, bud. Soon we'll be heading up. I'm still waking up. And get us some coffee. Anyway, we're north of Albuquerque still. Ran into some big time traffic. So we had to either sit in traffic or pull over. I opted to pull over, take a nap, cook something, not waste gas sitting there for miles and miles and miles. Now the freeway's pretty clear. We're gonna head on through Albuquerque. I don't know exactly how far I'll go tonight. Maybe all the way to Winslow. I would like to have tags on this thing tomorrow. It's Angel's mother's birthday. We call her Mamaw. Tomorrow. And my half brother's birthday tomorrow. And then the next day is mine. And I would like to have plates on this thing on my birthday. Hey there, Todd. Hi, Judith. No, I'm not still up. I just woke up. You kidding me? I'm old. I had to stop for a nap. We got stopped in traffic. I was like, fuck this shit. Watch. Boop. We pulled over, had dinner. My back doesn't hurt anymore. We're still like 35, 40 miles north of Albuquerque, but the traffic came to a standstill. And I was like, we're still 35, 40 miles out of fucking Albuquerque at 6:02 or some shit. I was like, guess what? I pulled over. I was like, fuck this shit. We found a, a nice signed up spot, said no trespassing private property, and parked right here. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Slept like a baby. Yeah, we already ate too. Hi, Maria. How are you? I'm just waking up from a much needed nap. Seamus startled me awake. He's like, Dad. I was like, oh shit. Fucking set up. He's like, dinner. I was like, oh. Whew. Yeah, nobody fucked with us here. But we're not on the private property either. We're on the easement at a dead end down here by the highway. Well, do this until you can feel your pull. Bring it to your push. Talk to mom. Breathe in her. She has light. It'll help you sleep. Your human spiking. Everybody's got insomnia. We don't want you to get sick next, because that's the next stage in this. going to help. We got to do. We've been given this information so we can apply it to our lives because it's needed. It's needed to survive through this. That's why we got the information. It's the only reason I have to give for us receiving this kind of information that we've gotten. So use your magnet, dispel the energy. You're collecting it. Just let it go. Push it to mom, suck in her light. You're going to relax that magnet and go to sleep. Shake you a little water. Once you shake you some water, you know you relax. But then you might get excited because you're shaking water. It's like, woo. It's a double-edged sword. Oh, shit. I I drive people crazy with my hand shaking. Not really. It's actually attractive. People understand the hand healing, I guess. And when they see it, and somebody reacting to it, they want it too. So I'm going to put up a doctor's office up there on the porch when I get back to Casper. People been seeing me shake people and they're about lining up now. Because it helps.
The Reiki stand.
That's just in my spare time out there, chance meeting on the front porch. You know what I mean? And I got 3 or 4 customers up there that come up and say, "Can I get?" Yeah, it don't cost me nothing. Good. You usually have a good conversation out of it, you know. So yeah, I shake hands all the time on people, and they say everybody says they feel it. They feel like a energy, a jolt. Everybody's always said that. So Polly and John, and to this day, I don't know. I've never felt anybody jolt me. Yeah, I wouldn't know it if I have felt Seamus though. That is a little odd. It is an odd feeling. I don't know about electrical, but I guess it could be translated like that. It almost feels physical touch, but it's not. Anyway, I hope that helps you because it should help you sleep. I don't have problems sleeping anymore. I kind of, most of the time I'm relaxed anyway, and in with mom and thankful and grateful, and it just kind of regulates, I guess, because I sleep like a rock. I was having problems at first. Space Reiki? That's that sounds pretty incredible. Space Reiki. Yeah, I've not recorded a Reiki session. I don't think, but I've shown you dancing with plants. Reiki sessions are less traumatic or less exciting anyway. The plants dance. People usually don't. What up, Jet? How much stuff have I heard over the years? I've heard a lot of stuff. My translator, by the way, is going to be playing D&D tonight. So when I head out, I'm not going to be able to read y'all's talkings. All right, heading out just yet. I got to have some coffee. Still half asleep. I literally just woke up from a nap. Mm. Ate dinner and warmed up my coffee. Haven't had my second sip off that shit. Mm-hmm. It is, and you can feel it on yourself if you get relaxed enough. Sometimes, yeah, I can feel it. Feels weird when you do it to yourself. It just feels weird. Like, oh shit. I don't do it to myself too much. I do occasionally when I have internal in here problems. If I can't breathe, I'll sit and fucking shake my lungs, man. Opens them up, and I'm still having some of that fucking. I'm having problems breathing. I mean, you guys know that. I'm having problems breathing still. So there's that. But that helps. Helps a lot of different ways. Did it help you? Did you relax and try your belly? You just woke up too? Nice. Because you were having cramps, you said. You should be able to help yourself. Thank Creator for the medicine. Now, see, I feel that deep. It's crazy. You feel it on your hands, too. Nice. Hi, Marshall. We all have that energy. It's the Creator's. Come right through our soul. That's why you were put in this body, so you could use it in a proper manner.
I don't even know who the new person is.
Lynn just sent me a thing about horses, and they're talking about their magnetic field from their heart is 4 times stronger than
Kyle.
people, and they influence the people, and hearts can sink and stuff like that with horses, and but they don't have the all back. They don't have the abilities you do. They have a stronger magnet, which brings me to like, honestly, I think I'm in school with a bunch of animal teachers because they teach us unconditional love.
Thank you.
I think we got shit backwards, folks. A horse can calm you, synchronize your heart rate with it, but it can't be a steward. Only you can do that. Only you can heal.
You know, I didn't either. Funnily enough.
That's why we were made to heal, to be the healers of horses who help us. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a symbiotic thing all the way around, and we've got it wrong. We're doing the wrong things. Yep, the world is going crazy right now, Marshall. Individuals and the mayhem around.
Either that or outside forces are at play.
Nice and quiet here. Yeah, they're expecting food rights. Um, there's very little left. They've been fucking. There's very little left, so they gotta stretch it. Obviously, um, they're gonna make this tough. It's engineered famine. All that U.S. aid we stopped giving, causing famine already.
Someone go to that tank that's stuck for
I see people arguing. We've been giving like Somalia aid for 70 years, and then we stopped giving them aid, and now they're starving. That just goes to show that they're fucking misusing the funds and blah blah blah. And I'm all like, people are fucking starving because we're not helping them. With less money than it would take to build a fucking ballroom. We got MAGA over here cheering starving people because Trump said so. He said, watch, we'll stop giving them aid and they'll be fucked without us. African countries. Oh yeah. Yeah, they will. The GMO crops we sent over there and the vaccinations got them all fucked up. GMO crops ain't fucking growing over here. We just ran into some dead ones today.
Shields. I'll investigate the boots. Can I investigate the boots?
I'm really disappointed in these MAGA people. One, because they're on the Republican Party, and that's my party. It was. Two, they're just dumbasses.
Since no one is investigating the boots, can I?
He does that for me, Judith. So I said Seamus does that for me. It feels weird. I can't say it's electrical, though. Build the ballroom. Because you'll ever see it. Why don't you walk up to the first historical site that you can find and rip a shutter off the house? See what happens and how many years you spend in prison. Motherfucker just tore down the whole east wing of the White House. And he's taking $230 million of your money from the DOJ because they were prosecuting him for having classified fucking materials in his house. Which we all know he had classified materials in his house. The only reason the fucking charges were dropped because he was elected. But he's going to sue you for $200 and some million to pay for the fucking ballroom. That's good. Let's clap that on. Ready? Go. You guys watch too much TV. Donald Trump isn't the Apprentice dude. Hollywood made him to be some kind of business mogul that he isn't and never has been. Us older folks got to watch him rape children, pay hundreds of millions of dollars to women who he raped. 27, 28 rape victims that I know of, for God's sake. Now he's raping you. It's good stuff. Get behind that. Well, sarcasm doesn't come through very good, MJ. Good morning. Especially with this motherfucker tearing down the White House. That's just crazy. Love you too, Glenn. Cheers, everybody. Partake in some of this federally protected crop over here. Hemp is good food for my neuropathy. When debuxylation occurs, the bronchial tubes open. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Well, he's always had screws missing. He's Biff. He's fucking Biff. He is a living example of Biff from fucking Back to the Future. It's just, it so fits him all his fucking life. He's been Biff. To me. I think it was Lily came up with that. I was like, fuck yeah, he is. He is fucking Biff. Oh, fuck. But he's Biff with power. See? That's, but he's still Biff. That's for fucking sure. You left, you're right. Yeah, they fucking work together. Fucking bastards. They make us fight against each other, thinking that they do, and they don't. They put on a good show. That's about it. They put on a good show. It's fucking Hollywood and fucking Washington, D.C. They want you to think they're fighting each other when they're all packing their bags for their same fucking bunkers. They're going to be side by side. Hey, Joe.
I'll follow Serge.
Siberia. Did it get cold up there? It got cold down in La Junta last night. We're almost in Albuquerque now, though. It ain't cold. I stopped by Colorado. They wanted like $600 for my tag, long story short. And I was like, do it for two in Arizona. So I'm hauling ass, trying to get to Winslow. That way, if I have any problems, I can backtrack to fucking Colorado and fucking do it for 600. Yeah. Yeah, the good part hadn't even started just yet on that fucking amazing ride. Jet.
I was gonna
It's
try and investigate as well.
fucking yeah. We've had an amazing ride on it. In the fucking jalopy bus too, man.
24.
Fuck that adventure.
24.
4 years now. 4 years we've been in an RV. I got I got the land yacht 4 years ago
I
this
don't.
month. It's funny how everything happens in October for me, anyway.
That's not ominous. Writ- Written in blood.
It probably in the Sudan. They've been deporting people to Africa. I d- seriously. Um, uh, wow. This is stuff we're allowing. I mean, we have enough people that we could literally surround the airports and the fucking. But we got frogs surrounding these ice stations. And we got half the country fucking mad and fighting back, and they've got permission to fuck shoot people and motherfucking use tear gas, and they got guided missiles. So I'm looking at like Civil War, duck, stay out of the fucking issues. Like I said, they're just in defense only. This is planned. Don't get in the mess because that's what they want. That's what they want. Well, maybe they moved the Sudanese to Australia. That way, we could drop people off. I don't know. They might have put them in cold storage for food later. Fuckers are easy. Long pork locker. Yeah, they've been doing a lot of changing since the 2000, the last 20 some years over this. Since 9/11, 9/11 was made to make people okay with being protected for their safety. It used to be against the law for a police officer to so much as put his elbow inside your car. They couldn't touch you, and they couldn't search your fucking car. They couldn't put a fucking elbow. It was an elbow law. They couldn't put an elbow in your fucking car. They've changed that. They drag you out fucking by your hair now. Kick you, shoot you. Because they've hired them on low IQ. You know, they make up their own laws. Labor camps for the homeless. Shit. No, I don't know, man. I think you're sending them to Africa. I really don't know. I hope I don't find out. They're probably in detention centers somewhere. They've been holding people for months and then letting them go when someone finds out. Somebody was just over on one of my videos. They haven't deported any natives. I'm like, I don't ever remember saying they've deported any natives. So they have deported American citizens. Now, whether there's natives in those American citizens that they deported, I don't know. But I do know this. They've been rounding them up and detaining them for months. And their tribes have to fucking go into court and fight for them to get them back. And the fucking DOJ is arguing to be able to deport them. An actual argument in the court to be able to deport a fucking Native American because they're fucking something isn't valid and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God. They're talking about their blood cards and shit. They're not a valid U.S. ID. And I'm like, that's the one they give them. Anyway, they've been making the argument in court. I didn't say they had been rounding them up and deport them. I never said that. I said they are making the argument in court to deport them. And the tribes are having to fucking find their members. They just happen to be the same color. Navajo in particular is having problems in Arizona, down there in fucking Phoenix area. They're fucking rounding up natives and fucking detaining them for months. They're rounding up U.S. citizens. I'm looking at the fucking cameras. People are out there fucking filming this shit. They're rounding up people doing it right. People who have paperwork. Documented in court. Going through the right fucking procedures. They're ripping them the fuck out of here and sending them out. And sitting there on TV talking about, no, it's just worst of the worst. If they get somebody that's worst of worst, it's fucking by accident. People in Spain been finding homeless people from America. And First Amendment auditors, it's getting tough to be a fucking First Amendment auditor. It's getting tough to be a citizen walking down the street. Motherfucker might get capped in the fucking head by a goddamn pepper ball from fucking ICE agent. Tackled and detained for fucking months. I mean, you don't have people suing you for detaining you illegally if you didn't detain them illegally, generally. Just saying. For months. Oh, they're finding shackled bodies. Yeah, that's goddamn not a fucking. They want 3/4 of us dead, and it's coming out, and they're doing it to the point that it's fucking. It's pretty obvious.
Okay, thank you.
People are going to support the status quo. People in charge, and the majority isn't. Half of them going to fight. We're going to have this fucking. We're smoking flames. We're already in a constitutional crisis. They would have burned Nixon instead of impeaching him if he had tried any of the shit that Donald Trump has tried. It was a different time back then. They didn't have everybody dumbed down as bad as they do now. Now you actually have Fox News saying we're ashamed of ourselves is the only reason we don't want a ballroom. Why is everybody so mad at our president for wanting us to have the biggest, best ballroom? Fox News. No mention of the East Wing. Just you must hate yourself if you don't love President Trump's ballroom. That's what they're selling it as. Yeah, he is. Well, it's not that I don't think they
I mean, I could
remember.
also have Mage Hand.
Some people agree with him.
I
That's
think.
what fucked me up.
Wait, no, I don't. No, I was thinking about a whole person. Sorry.
Some people agree with him.
Oh. No, I don't have Mage Hand. I was thinking
Hollywood
about,
could fucking sell anything if they can make Trump into a business mogul. And they did. 10 years on that TV show. Every time it came on, talk about how great he was. That's what people think Donald Trump is. Obviously. They think he is that.
The fucking Zelda theme.
I don't know any gangs. So ask them. I don't know no gangs, man. I used to live next to the Bulldog gang in Fresno. I moved. Yep, Ray Gunn was a Hollywood actor. Yes, he was. And he had fucking dementia to the point that he couldn't tie his shoes by the time he got out of the fucking White House. Everybody said Nancy was running the show. That's people that don't understand anything about the show. Nancy was not running the fucking show. They put her up front with the fucking the drugs things. She's the one that started the war on drugs. But the presidents don't run the show. That's evident in the fact that we have fucking blithering fucking idiots in the fucking White House. Donald Trump sitting there blaming Biden for something that happened in 2020. Donald Trump was president in 2020. Biden wasn't. He hadn't even been in the White House yet. No, it's the ISIS, the fucking, what is it, the Babylonian whore is who that represents.
Or burn it. It's wood. We could also burn the door.
Just say no.
It was stated to be wood, wasn't it? It was stated to be wood, wasn't it?
Bush 1, Bush 2. I was under Bush 1 and it switched into ray gun, and we pulled out.
You could assist.
And 400,000 Kurds, the people that I had joined to go help Al Qaeda, um, got killed by Saddam. And then we helped them bury them. And we went back 20 years later, found a bunch of mass grave sites in the desert. So we GPS those things when we buried them motherfuckers. How do you think we found them? Jeez. No, I was there. So yeah, that was recently presented as a lie. All that shit. But we did that. We buried them motherfuckers, and that was Reagan Bush. Back before Desert Shield and all that fun stuff everybody knows about. We were out there shooting tomahawks at Saddam way before it was a cool thing to do in 87, 88, 89. There was no name for what we did. We just went out there and did it. They didn't name it. It was a anti-war war kind of thing. They were in that phase where they go up and destroy shit, but they wouldn't call it a war. They wouldn't call it a police action or anything. They just, oh, there's an issue over here. Saddam's over here shooting a fucking shotgun off his second story balcony. We got to lob a couple Tommies at him. I was part of that. The giants in Afghanistan?
God
Well,
damn
I'm
it.
afraid there's probably giants everywhere. There's a few of them out here in the Midwest, from what I understand, in caves. I don't doubt it.
Boosh.
We're here to help. Run, Jim. I don't need no help. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Shut the door. Shut the door. I don't need no help. Thank you very much. If I'd wanted help, I would have called the ambulance. I've already called the FBI or CIA dozens of times as a senator's investigator, trying to communicate to them what I had learned. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody cares. And I'll tell you, what's funny, they'll come and knock on your door for a Facebook post. I done bothered them dozens of times, laying out, recorded what was going to happen. It's happened. Why ain't nobody contacting me for being right all this time? Because they know. That's why. Cash Patel's in there fucking directing that shit. That's why. They know. Obviously complicit.
I'm gonna lockpick it now. The door's in tatters.
On occasion it does. Although I'm good. Being pre-warned, and then we found all this other information. Like I said, I could die a happy man right now. I understand a lot more than what I did fucking a couple years ago about myself and
A key.
the universe around me. I got more questions answered, and that's what I chose for, the answers. I like answers. We got a lot of answers, and most of it leads right down to one thing: magnet. Fuck, makes sense.
God, I'm just picturing this. The Warforged slams into the door. The Dragonborn just goes and picks the lock after, and then another person just comes out with the key from another room.
Butt joints in the mountains. Yeah. Todd took me up to the mountains. We went up looking up there in Casper. They're man made too. We found a pipe, like a pipe, metal pipe, big thick metal, sticking out of the side of the fucking hill. Had threads on it. I was like, what the fuck, dude? That looks old as fuck. And he took a. It had concrete in between the rocks. He took it, busted that concrete off. That's how I said, that ain't concrete. Hey, what'd your boy say? He said, that ain't concrete, that's crystal. Yeah, we built that. And it's still got some of the fucking infrastructure running in there that's just to look, you could use it this day.
I would cert. I would certainly like to investigate the equipment. All right.
Oh, everybody says there's
That's a 21.
magnets weakening. That's what they want you to believe, of course. I mean, fuck. They're not going to tell you the truth. I think you've seen Tattooed Monkey give the display of a strong magnet, neodymium, in the fucking ferrocell. It's got a very shallow field, but that motherfucker's a strong magnet. You put a weak magnet in there, it's like fluffy like a pillow. Looks big and impressive. It's not. You know, so you get strong, you got weak. And I know what I'm looking at. Inducing that energy and closed field lines. I mean, compared to, yeah, which one's stronger? You tell me. But yeah, like I have said, the polarity's going to flip. But that is just because of the sun's. Mom's magnet always stays relative. It's her polarity that reacts with the sun that we're on. That dictates the polarity of the planet and the spin and stuff. Mom doesn't do any of that. That's up to the sun, which direction we spin and where we orbit at. That's in your Lagrange point that we're held in that does that, the full circuit thing. That's why we got to have the moon to be the full circuit and all that. But yeah, a lot of people, well, maybe they haven't read a hieroglyph. Maybe they don't understand magnetics. Uh, mm. Well, yeah, the compass is getting pulled by the polar vortex, getting stronger and stronger. What's up, Michelle? How you doing? That's magnetic. Maria, it's pretty simple. He would say simplex. He just say simple, dude.
see the room we're currently in on the board. Okay. They want an investigation, though? Oh god, that was corner piece.
Yeah, the magnet
Alright,
is a hell of an
17.
experience, isn't it? I never imagined. I had never imagined. Actually, I had not only never imagined, had vehemently objected to people having telekinesis and shit like that. It's like, nah, motherfuckers. That's impossible. Your mind ain't gonna fucking go over matter. But it's not. It's not. Mind isn't over matter. Your field, your electromagnetic field
God.
can manipulate the matter, though.
Folks about to be sacrificed to the
that's
higher deity.
that's where that comes from. I had no idea though that I had electromagnetic field. You know that. You've been here. New people, I was a dumbass too. It's okay. We've been lied to. And all of a
You
sudden, I
think
read
that
this
this entity would
fucking
try to do
message we
this on
wrote
Drake because
ourselves
Drake sees
fucking
the elf as an object?
long time ago. Changed the whole world. $7,000-year-old trees. We got those manzanita trees. About 6,000 years old anyway. They say they were up rolling around when Jesus was here.
That
Some of them
100% roll.
up in the Sierra Nevadas in California, in the high deserts up there. Red trees, split rocks.
Huh.
When they grow out of rocks. It's crazy.
Oh, damn.
No coincidences.
My god, this conversation in the background. Um,
There is no spoon. See? I was one of those. I'm like, there is no spoon. You ain't bending that shit.
could I investigate what type of
Maybe they
wind it
were.
is from a nature check?
I've seen stranger things now. I've seen fucking dumbest guy in the room move a fucking Tonka truck with his fucking
I'm
foot
wondering
field.
if I could tell the type of animal
Fuck
it
is
is from a
going
nature
on
check.
with that? I started fucking with my foot field. It's stronger than my hand field. I'm like, damn. I don't have no Tonka truck.
That's a 22.
Yay.
That's a 22.
You're literally speaking louder than I am over here.
Sorry. I can barely.
You're
hear
awful
the
excited,
conversation.
I could tell.
I got a 22.
He's got a 22.
I can't. Damn it. A dwarf? Damn. Huh.
Timothy Hogan. You must be talking to someone else, because I don't know. Timothy Hogan. Who's he, what's he, what? those guys should know a lot. Who guys? See, I don't know. I don't know where to go with that.
Mm-hmm.
I probably walked in on a halfway conversation. I do that. From time to time. Kev, I wish you could hear me. Because you would stop licking your cock over here. But no, you can't hear me. You're just snarfing away. Get him, little girl. Don't take that shit. Stand on his head. There's a good girl. Fucking Kiff. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're just a little baby girl dog. You giving kisses? Oh, you giving kisses. Kissy kisser. He's a baby girl. He's a little girl. She likes giving kisses. She's a good girl.
All right.
It's about time to get rolling, I think. We don't know how long the
fine.
D&D game's going to be. What's under the Great Lakes? I don't know. I think the Great Lakes were dug out by the weapons of the gods in the War of the Gods, like the Ottawa people describe it. I don't think it had a damn thing to do with no glacier. I think that's a lie to cover up all the shit that we destroyed. There's fucking Trinity glass all over that site. Almost all the rocks we fucking dug up had fucking Trinitite on them. There was obviously a fight. I mean, look at the big one. The big one had its skin fucking heated that thick and then fucking popped off of it. You know, that's intense heat flash point like that. And there's nothing else that would have done that except for the War of the Gods, because that's what the fucking Ottawa said. And then all of a sudden there's 3 foot of ocean sediment, they say, on the top of that, which blow a hole in the fucking 5-state region. You're gonna have that. That's what I got for you. There's evidence of it out here in different weapons too. The vitrification out there in La Junta, and utter destruction all the way down into New Mexico, and then the fucking out here in Arizona where they were setting off sound weapons, and they call them fucking meteor craters. We never found the meteor because there was none. It detonated above that thing so fucking strongly that it shattered all the fucking gemstones around. I don't know how fucking many miles, but obviously quite a few. Cause we've been out there with an awful lot of shattered fucking gemstones going on with no trinitite on them. And I'm sitting there looking at meteor crater and I'm all like, that ain't no meteor crater. It's a fucking weapon blast hole. That's like a fucking nuke went off. But it was a sound nuke. It shattered the hearts of the mountains. They describe what their fucking weapons do. It's a sonic weapon. There's fucking nuclear weapons. There's all kinds of fucking shit that they have, man. And I mean like a sonic bomb go off and destroy the landscape because it was made out of gemstone and crystal. The crystalline fucking absorbed the sound a lot better than the gemstone in the middle, and it started fucking crumbling from the heart of the fucking hill. And you can see that. You can see it. It's that simple. Uh, Hundreds of square miles with Mike and Cheyenne out there. And not only that, fucking everything we've done looked at. Same
I'm
story.
just wondering what this chill counter is about and how we haven't gotten anything from it.
You know, there's interplanetary plasma that happens. They get too close. I imagine, dude. I thought we were too close once, just once. Me and Richard were out
It
there.
sounds like someone's
I
trying
told
to
this story a
manipulate you,
thousand
my guy.
times. We was out there getting oxygen. Fucking the whole sky was fucking full of this planet that was cultivated. Had rows all the way across in strips up and down the fucking planet, different colors. Look like crops. The whole fucking planet. I mean, you don't get growth going in rings like that. That just doesn't fucking happen. The whole fucking planet was cultivated. And right on our ass, we looked like a little moon next to it. I thought we were gonna hit it. It came in and then just backed off. And there was no plasma. I expected plasma. I didn't see it. I didn't see any. You're going to see these planets. And you can see this dark one right behind us. Wherever your sky doesn't have stars, look a little harder. This shit's pretty big. Depends on the night and the tilt, too, how well you can see it. Sometimes it's just like that above the horizon. Sometimes it's the whole fucking horizon up in Colorado. I had Glenn out to the house looking at it out there, and he's got trees in the way at his place. Not in that location. Well, listen to your heart. You start getting universe pushing you out of an area, you might want to look into other options. I'm wondering what the hell's going on right now. Why are we being forced down here and now I'm fucking shooting to Arizona? Am I going to have to go back to Colorado to get the tag? I hope not. I shouldn't. I shouldn't have to. The only thing I could see is a problem with fucking the new title that I haven't found yet. I'm just being paranoid. I don't want to have to drive back and wait on Nebraska again to fix something after driving down here twice. That's all I'm just thinking. That's so disregard me on that matter. We're going to drive down here and everything's going to be just motherfucking fine. I'm going to have a license plate on this fucking unicorn for my birthday. I'm going to fucking hoot and holler and be all excited. Fucking 2 months. 2 fucking months.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can get glimpses of old red too if you're watching the sun. And some of his planets, I'm pretty sure the cultivated one was his, and it's
I
still
believe
there.
there's just a firebomb.
Crunching our magnetosphere, making it curl into itself and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Our meteorologists being so quiet for? That none of that shit's normal. I mean, we've been pointing out abnormal for years, and fucking this wall, I've been watching it get a little more and more and more every day. It is to the point that it's like fucking unsettling. It's all like, what the fuck is going on? If you didn't know what was going on, I mean, you'd be really, I think, a little concerned that maybe the magnetosphere is weakening and all that hype. You might believe it if you didn't know what was going on. They're pretty convincing about it, but it's a little bit unnerving to look at. I can tell you now, it's like God. Every day it's just a little more than that. You
I
keep.
could reduce the
I've been doing this for years, and I
yes.
keep expecting it to slack off a little bit. You know, but it's not. It just takes a little
I mean, I
more
guess I could
time
reduce
than
the
I
both
thought
of
to
you.
fucking progress, but it's still just a little bit more than yesterday. And I'm like, what the fuck? How little bit more than yesterday we gonna go? I don't know. It's getting crazy though. You know, I don't even know what to say. It's fucking a new experience. That's for damn sure. And half of the people are running around fucking trying to hide the shit.
Boom! What a wake up call.
They wrote in the
Yeah.
script that man will blame man until the great and terrible day of the Lord, and then
Crash.
they see the heavenly host. They're gonna see them big ass planets up there. They're gonna fucking start cursing God. And I'm all like, let's try not to do that, folks. It's not cow farts, not the SUV. It's fucking Ra the Blue Kachina, and it's okay. This is the way it's supposed to be. Creator designed things, as far as I can tell, pretty fucking good, man. He allowed for free will, but if your free will carries you on the wrong path, it's what 120 some thousand years apart or whatever, maybe a few million. You're gonna get zapped by a fucking three-sun system that gave you
Just
life,
watch you
and
take
you better
that
be in the right
shit.
frequency. Okay. That way, if things get out of control, it ain't gonna spread to another motherfucking system like it did here. But it's all in the same system. You notice? It ain't like we infiltrated another galaxy or anything, or they infiltrated a galaxy. They came here. I don't think they're much. I don't think they're interstellar uh, uh, ready type of beings. I think they're just barely able to planet hop, and they made it here from their own stories. I mean, they had tragic experiences getting here. All of them were destroyed. And this, I mean, you remember the stories? They're not really that high tech, but they're pretty high tech for fucking 6,000 years ago, buried in the fucking sand in the fucking cuneiform. Pretty fucking high tech. They got lasers and
Time to
spaceships and
exposition.
fucking reading instruments of fine gold and fucking living beings and fucking X and Y and Z and all that shit. They got a little tricorder.
You're probably wondering how I got
I'm
here.
like, fuck, man. They got a cedar box full of DNA essence of fucking every animal on Earth that they gave to Ishkapiki to hold while Homeboy drove the ship. I mean, that's a lot better than my Noah tale when I was a kid. So I was sitting there scratching my head. Now wait a minute. Not only how did he get the lions in with the giraffes, but how did he get all the animals on a little boat? And then you see all the animal heads sticking out the boat, and it's like, for 40 days? I'm sorry, but no. Now, if they was all in a cedar box with their fucking DNA, it's thousands of years before the Bible. What are you, dude? They couldn't sell the story that the Vatican put out to the Muslims and the Christians nowadays. Those fucking Abrahamic religions, they couldn't sell them. They couldn't sell them, of course, if they knew the truth. I read the truth. You read the truth, and it's not what the Bible tells you it's going on. Straight up, they leave out so much. And then they twist half of what's in there, and it's like, oh my God. No, that's not the way it happened. I read it. It's close, but no cigar, buddy. I'm going with the original book. Like I keep saying, man, everybody running around with the Bible or the Quran, talking about it's the Word of God, has got some fucking serious problems up here. Because by admission, they're reading a book that the Vatican put out about older books. Both books contain books that have canon books, which means there's an original book before that book. Quran and Bible. Now, that is a fact. There are older books that the books in the Quran and Bible are derived from. So you're reading a book review and calling it the Word of God. Literally, that's it. We're going factual, short end of it. You're going off of a book review as the Word of God without going to the original book. Get out of my life. Just carry yourself away. You're not intelligent enough to fucking talk to me anymore. I'm done. Go read a book. Come back. It's over for you. I'm done talking about Ebus. Okay? I know how he was established across the fucking world in blood. And it's not okay. Not okay. Nobody died for my sins. You're going to face your father by yourself without a lawyer. You'd better be ready. And if you think you need a lawyer to speak to your father, maybe you got what's coming to you. I'm not the judge. You might want to look at yourself if you think there's somebody going to catch you in a safety net when you die. You might want to brighten up your light, because ain't nobody going to see you. It doesn't make sense to me. And if you look at it objectively, okay, I've got two religions here that fight each other off of two publications that definitively have canon connected to both publications. And both sides of this thing are upholding their book as the Word of God, without the first thought of, why don't I go read the original book? Because this is a book review. This is me being told what the book said to somebody else. I've never read the original book. How can you tell me that's the Word of God? That is someone's opinion of a book. That's all that is. Go read the original book. I'm sure you'll be surprised. I've read them. And we found amazing fucking things because of it. because we took it as real instead of fucking myth, and went to the original, the word of the gods themselves. And yeah, here we are. Hi, found Atlantis, the actual city, and the civilization, and it's surrounding you, and they destroyed it on purpose, and we built it with microwaves and pure silica, calcium carbonate, mercury, and a few elements, depending on what kind of gemstone you want. And that was a result of doing homework and creator fucking sending Jessica to us. I really don't know how the hell that happened. She was there one day. Look, I think I found Moses. I know you didn't. Is it the Garden of Eden? She thought it was the Garden of Eden or Moses. I'm like, no. I think it's Jeebus. I think you're sitting on top of Jeebus. Mr. Toth, the Atlanteans. Fucking city. Sure shit. Fuck. Sent me that magnetic anomaly map. And I'm sitting there looking at the topography map, and I'm like, oh, dude, you were at the center of a bunch of concentric circles at the lowest point in Michigan. If fucking your acreage just so happens to have 2.5 temples and a landing pad. Huge fucking jade feathered serpents. We got lucky. Crater led us to the right spot. It had to be there. Like I said, I was pissed at first. I thought I was standing on the ISIS thing when we found that snakehead. I thought it was a pregnant lady. Had her head cut off at first from the top of it. Looking down, it had a feathered cape on it and all that shit. Looking good, girl, with your belly. No, it was a fucking snake. I was like, oh shit! This is Ninja Gita's spot. Yay. I was mad. I videotaped it. I was fucking angry.
Attack the door.
I'm like, why am I here? Why am I standing? Why am I at the wrong temple? How is this the wrong temple? I was pissed. I remember being pissed. I was fucking red in the face, mad. I couldn't figure out why I was there moving those fucking boulders off a pregnant lady. Because that's not where I wanted to be. I am such a dumbass sometimes. I'm just... I was standing on top of what I wanted the whole time. I'm glad I kept going. I wanted to find the tunnel. I was over the rock. I was over that. That was just pissing me off to look at. I wanted under the rock at that point. I was like, I ain't stopping until I find the tunnel. And then I ran into that fucking sand pit with silica, silica, calcium carbonate, and all that shit. All those little tiny gemstones I was throwing away with shovels full of fucking little ruby and sapphires. It's like, fucking tired of digging through them. They was making concrete, baby. Fucking gemstone concrete. Right there in that pit. Like, oh, nifty. Undisturbed in 20,000 years. And this is how they did it. Because I'm sitting there like, how is this stuff here? There's no organic, nothing in it. It looked chemically fucking clean, pure silica. Little calcium carbonate balls. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this doing here? It took me a minute. I was like, oh, damn. Magic water. They added magic water to this shit. And fucking hit it with the magnetron. That's why the flowers in all of it. Fucking duh. Then we took it to a bunch of museums, and all the curators were like, oh, wow. We didn't get a single curator telling me we was wrong. It was all like, oh, wow. I was like, now you know how the ones without any tool marks were made so intricate. They were molded. Wow,
Damn.
mind blown. I said, do you have artifacts with that? She's like, quite a few. I had noticed quite a few when I walked through her museum. I was like, you got it with that star? She's like, yeah. As a matter of fact, I've got quite a few. I was like, well, there's your
All right.
explanation, ma'am. She's like, it's fucking amazing.
23.
So, I mean, that's what we had. We also had some of them talking about,
23.
the Vatican owns this. We're probably not going to be able to display your information, but fuck, I appreciate it.
This is a fucking gnat.
People really being real with us, letting us know. Look, it's Crazy Horse Monument
18.
in particular come to my mind. Ladies
Plus
up here
5.
talking about, oh yeah, man, Vatican owns this. I'm like, Crazy Horse? The Vatican owns Crazy Horse? Yeah. Do the natives know this? I don't know. Because they're awful proud of that thing. The Vatican owns it, and they will not let the fucking Ottawa peoples and the fucking ancient native story be told in that fucking museum because it's Vatican owned. Do natives know that shit? I don't know. I'd be kind of upset about it if I knew. And I do know that because I personally went in there and spoke to the fucking curator and showed her the fucking turtle flipper and the fucking head. She very interested, took notes, took pictures. Said, we probably won't be able to display it though. And she took a whole fucking spread ready for display. Very honest to me. Said, we're probably not going to be able to. I have to go through channels. And this is Vatican owned. I was like, oh, Jesus. The very same people that have been trying to hide that snake head that I took her in. Yeah. I don't think it's being shown at Crazy Horse. We'll have to swing by someday and look. There's a nice little museum, though. At least we went there. We've done that. Who knows? There's probably a few little museums that are actually displaying the Ottawa people's snake effigies and telling the story, hopefully. But Crazy Horse won't be one of them. I'm just happy that people listened and they built greenhouses. Because look around and we're still seeing the corn dying. It ain't changed. I was under the impression that they had a new GMO corn they were giving these people, but obviously some of them didn't get that.
Could I also help you in healing?
There's still
Could
a
I
lot
also
of
help in healing, Daniel?
dead hermaphroditic 2-3 foot corn out there. Crazy. Yeah, a lot of the cows are out in the fields eating grass. I mean, that seems to be the prevailing. The problem for the ranchers, though, is that doesn't fatten them up. They send them to those feedlots with that GMO corn because it's genetically modified to make them huge quickly. And
Could I assist in healing PT?
that, on a side note, is why corn syrup makes you
Hello.
huge quickly. Stop drinking it in everything you drink. Drink regular corn syrup free juice and milk, and you're going to be a skinny motherfucker pretty quick. I can tell you that right now. Y'all motherfuckers out there drinking that syrup that they get from the concentrated GMO crop, and they call it fucking sugar, and it's not. It's juice that's made to make you obese. Because when they replaced sugar, real sugar like cane sugar and such, used to be in everything, but now they use corn syrup.
Did PT
And
get
they
a
call
heal?
it sweetener. And it's genetically modified corn
Hello.
that they're getting it from. That's made specifically to make cows big.
Did PT get healed?
It's not able to be consumed by people, but if you make a product from it, It's no longer the product, etc., etc. We
I
all
would like
know
to
the rules.
assist with
But
healing ward.
could you stop yelling over me?
I would like to heal ward. Word.
Son!
One.
We could all hear.
They can't.
It's because they're all talking at the same time. And they're yelling at each other. I can hear his people yelling in his ear. Fuck.
Oh, what? Yeah, it's ranged. It's ranged. It is. It is. It is ranged.
Well, Marion, it's my pleasure to have y'all here anyway.
Yeah,
I
that'd be an
appreciate you
extra
watching.
9
It is a
minutes.
big, fucking amazing country. You got a big, amazing country too, though. I'm not going to be able to see either. I got close to you once on the
Yeah, we're only
USS
on first
Texas, but that
level.
was before you guys were letting nukes into your docks. We were a nuclear vessel, so you wouldn't let us dock to port. I was wanting to go into Sydney, but they wouldn't let us. We was flying under Reagan's banner back in the day. But yeah, we've been up and down. I've been all over that equator bug, up and down and over and around. Fucking shell backed like a motherfucker. It was that was an experience. But yeah, I've met a few Australian sailors in the Philippines. Yeah, terrible governments. They're all working hand in hand. They all know we live in a multiple sun system. They all know what the great and terrible day of the Lord is going to be, and they're all afraid of that. They're also terrified of the fucking voice of God, the big reset, the
I'm just kind of a
conflagration,
caretaker, I suppose.
uh, the chord that's going to be struck. That one's got them all fucked up because there ain't no getting by that one. You can't dig deep enough. That's you just can't dig deep enough. You got to be in the right frequency, or you're fucked anyway. I love it. Good to hear. I've had a pretty good one here. It's crazy every day. It's a good life. I ain't bored. A real ID. You need just to enter a federal building anymore, other than the post office. That is technically a federal fucking building. You do not need the travel ID to get into. I don't intend to be in any federal buildings anytime soon, and if I am, they're going to be dragging me in with or without an ID. That's all I got. Propulsion systems for what? We've always had propulsion systems. They say Russia's got a nuclear propulsion uh, system for their rockets. Oh, fuck. A rocket driven by a nuclear engine. What the fuck does that look like? Supersonic, they say. Well, we're doing a repeat trip this time. So we just left La Junta. They wanted $600 to license this thing, and I'm all like, and not only that, I had to have it weighed, like the empty weight. I'm like, man, there is 100 gallons of water, 50 gallons of fucking gas, and everything I own in that RV. How am I going to get an empty weight on it? She's looking at me. I'm like, I got the original fucking papers that have the fucking weight on it. She's like, yeah, but I'm like, yeah, but what? Fucking, oh. Anyway, Colorado, so much fun.
I want to go home.
So we're going to Arizona. I already know they're $400 cheaper in the total price. I don't give a fuck if I do have to get it weighed, because the weight's not on the title. If I have to go back to fucking Nebraska to have them fucking fix that, I'm going to be fucking pissed. I think I could get away with an empty weight. So I'm going to have to fucking empty this goddamn RV on the side of the fucking road and get it weighed. And then pick up my shit and put it back in. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to have to do, but I'm going to do it in Arizona because it's going to be cheaper.
Okay. I'm just sitting here.
By about $400.
Oh, chill counter.
And we were heading out here anyway. You see Jamie and Mike.
All right. Dirty 20.
We have an awesome family helping us with our travels. I know there ain't no way you can donate, but that's okay. You're here. That's good enough. Contributing to the magnet chain. That's all we want anyway. But I couldn't have done it without everybody helping. I'd have been
Monochrome.
still sitting around somewhere making them. Because I don't make it that fast. Not as fast as we traveled in the first three and a half years of this trip. Talking tribe to tribe to tribe. I couldn't have done that fast. I had no idea when we left it was going to take that long either. Just going around talking to tribes. Fuck, who would have thought? I wasn't thinking. I was just wanting to help, wanting to get it out there. Warn people of what I knew, because fucking this format right here was taking any voice I had. And it wasn't enough. Fuck, we've reached millions of people. Millions of people. Just by going and talking to the 300 and some tribal members. They have access, and the preachers we talk to, thousands of fucking Christians going to get a schooling up on their magnet and shit, and stewardism and all that. I mean, you guys have helped me do a lot of fucking crazy shit. Who goes around doing shit like what we do? Nobody. Nobody goes in challenging at the house of Christ. Nobody goes talking to the preacher. Nobody does that. Nobody walks around talking about, hey, where's your wisdom holder? I got some wisdom to share. I know why your crops are dying. You know, nobody's doing that. Nobody's helping people like this. And I don't know why. There's people that know what I know, obviously. It was a state senator that told me, and we know he's been right. He's been right. He told me accurately what was going to happen. We know there's people out there. Why in the fuck? What? Is everybody selling their fucking soul for a hole in the ground? I don't get it. How people can be like that. I really don't get it, how people could be like it. How many thousands of people know what's going on, but nobody's saying a fucking word. Nobody's saying a fucking word. One common theme I hear all the time. I've never heard that theory. I'm like, it's not a theory.
Did anyone get a chill?
Nobody's talking about this. It's crazy how quiet they keep it. Good night, Todd. Give Geraldine hugs, brother.
I'm interested.
And they
Could
walk
I
in line.
investigate
It's
them to see
lockstep.
what is happening to them?
I personally know people. It's very disappointing to even say these words that want that man on Mount Rushmore. I'm like, oh my God. For what reason? I don't. They hate Mexicans?
Alright. Score's not bad.
That's not okay.
21.
It's 303, huh? Well, happy day. It was a beautiful day here, too. It's a mind bending thing to me, Jet. How society has degraded to this. I've been fighting it all the time. I mean, the core curriculum, the fucking. I started
Could I
fighting
then
trying to be a
cast
police
a
officer
bonfire
back
to see if I could drive
in
it
the
away?
day, fucking 2000 ish. They had changed in '99, I believe, the policy to low IQ only. And fuck, I scored a 98 on the ASVAB, so I was immediately like, nope, you're too smart. I'm like, what do you mean? And yeah, that policy turned into what our police force is today, low IQ only, and it's insane. The murder rate has gone up. Murder by cop, by race is, and that's how you got to look up the numbers because that's the way it's murder by a cop that shoot unjustly U.S. citizens, but it reflects directly the U.S. population. When you look at it, the white people being shot by cops, murdered by cops,
Of course, I'm not casting
outnumber
it on
all
them.
the minorities combined. And I've made a couple of videos on this channel showing that information. And it continues every year to get higher and higher
Yeah.
and higher. The numbers that are murdered by cops. That's because the fucking low IQ doesn't have the capacity to make a split second decision in a correct manner. They see a cell phone in someone's fucking hand and they start fucking acting aggressive. They
On someone.
fucking start shooting them. It's
Let me just make a bonfire below your feet real quick.
a dumb person is easy to scare,
Okay.
and they're less likely to challenge an illegal order. So now we have thuggery running around and the thin blue line. It's a fucking gang, street gang. That's what we've devolved to, and that's literal. People say my son's a good cop. No, he's not. If he's still on the force, no, actually he's not. Sorry, hate to disappoint you, but no. If they've been in there for more than 3 years and haven't fucking made reports and got kicked out of the fucking force, then no, they're not a good cop. Because good cops don't last long. By policy. That's not an accident. That's the reality of the situation. So quit supporting it. It's not okay. Out there beating people up and violating rights and shit, and he should be keeping his fucking elbow to himself. But you look at today's society, there's fucking everybody out there fucking shooting each other. God knows I wouldn't want to be a cop nowadays. It's not enticing to me anymore. It was at one point. be on the force with my uncle. He was chief of police. I thought it'd be cool. Fight crime. That was after I got out of the Navy. I'm glad it didn't work for me. Press the wrong button. Welcome back. Yeah, you might be a good cop out in the middle of nowhere where there's like Andy and Opie out there, and that's your boss. There's a little bit of low level corruption going on. There's still that. I'm talking about the fucking inner city cops and all that shit. Dude, it's just a gang. It's just a fucking gang. At this point, gangs against gangs. And everybody's a target. There's exceptions to the rule. But I mean, in general, no, your son's probably not a good cop. If they've been on the force more than 3 years and have not made enough reports of fucking corruption to get fired. Because good cops generally don't stick around long. And that's just the way it is. Again, there may be certain situations where that's not true. But for the most part, it is. That's our world today. Hey, bud. You're going to have to kill that light. Daddy's fixing a roll.
Eat a Snickers.
Are we locked over there? Thank you. Alright, which one is this? South. This is us.
I have ears.
And away we go. Oh, there's considerably less traffic out here now. I can't read none of your comments. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves. We're doing a nice 58. Doesn't seem like the wind's going anymore either. It was blowing really strong when I pulled over. The good thing, cops, I feel rested. We're just outside of Albuquerque. Got 3/4 of the tank. Hoping I got enough to get just on out in Gallup anyway. In the tank. And try and get as close to Winslow, if not to Winslow. That way we can start the process in the morning. DMV early. If I got any hoops to jump through. I know they're going to want to do a VIN inspection, so that's where we're going to do it. I know where the VIN is. Take about 5 minutes. Moon looks pretty. Like a little grin on the horizon. Road's like a little frown, set like a little grin. A lot of people missed that trick for 15 years. It's crazy. It's right there in your sky. You see it every day. 1 minute standing up, next minute it's laying down. You should never do that. People Seamus's age, that's the only moon they've ever seen. It's crazy. It's normal to them. The new normal. Hey,
Yeah.
I need my mirror. Thank you. I didn't try to get over. That guy might have minded. At your Sandia reservation. Almost to Albuquerque now. mile. Just like that, it was on the 40. Heading west. Hey, Jamie. Can't see what you're saying. Our translator's D&D and we are on the better side of fucking Albuquerque. We hit the 40 a little bit ago. Rolling strong. Still D&Ding?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still playing D&D. I can't see what you're saying. What's Jamie saying?
Jane says, are you near the hotel?
Oh no, Albuquerque.
Always think you guys will pass the computer looking somewhere.
What?
Always think you guys will pass the computer looking somewhere.
Good old Oscar. Yeah, we'll be in Winslow tomorrow. I want to get tags on this thing before my birthday. Damn it.
Now what you saying? Son? What's Jamie saying? Yeah, we couldn't cruise. I even took a nap.
You can't have it as bad as the rest of everyone else as far as the Eagles was considered. Damage to some of the plants. On night, copperhead types, travel.
Ah, thanks, sir. You have a good night. We'll be in Winslow tomorrow at the D&B. The Universe Wilson. So far, so good. We rolling smooth, baby. Now I'll pass out here. driving. I can't see your words. Shane is still playing D&D. I'm determined to get some goddamn plates on this thing tomorrow. We're not really that far from Winslow now. We're only a couple hundred miles. gonna stop and walk the dogs. I'm gonna let it cool off, smoke a bowl or two, and check the water, oil. I haven't done it since La Junta. Then we'll go on the gallon, fill up, get the Winslow. Run about an hour and a half out a gallon. And the Winslow's about another hour and a half, about 3 hours. Drive time. We'll probably sit up here at the rest stop for about an hour. See how long it can cool down. So I can open up the radiator. I'm pretty sure she needs a little water. This flux is good. It's staying under 210, but still. It needed a little bit in the Hunter. I'm sure it probably needs a little bit now. I didn't burp the whole system, so we'll get the rest of the air out. It's supposed to be a rest area up here. Soon, real soon, 5-10 miles. Little girl was just licking my arm, trying to tell me she wants to go out. Yeah. That's why I said, I saw a little sign about a couple miles back, it said 15 miles to the rest area. Well, we'll stop there. It'd be a perfect place to just sit for about an hour. I was going to check the water and shit, but it was pretty dark where we were. Yeah, I do work low or anything. I like to check it. I haven't checked it for a couple of hours. Got 11,000 miles on it. We literally put about 5,000 miles on this thing, just trying to get a fucking tag on it. It's fucked up. I don't want to do it at the gas station. We gotta have a tank of gas. I don't want no more. It's just extra weight. I got plenty of oil and water on board. I need either one. uphill, mile and a half, mile and a quarter. Icy bridge, fucking ain't even lane. What are you talking about? What? Going back to that casino thing. I don't know. Find somewhere lighted to park. It's crazy. Ryan.
It's a late night. We are in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico. Some random Sky City hotel. I'll let her cool down a little bit. Check the oil and water. I haven't done that in quite a few hundred miles. Still got enough gas to get us to where I want to go. Not quite Winslow. Gallup. And then from Gallup we'll fill up again and get into Winslow. What time is it? It's 1 minute to midnight. Oh, poor Chico. Don't worry. Little baby dog. Keep an eye on this charge. I should probably go ahead and just let it fucking go ahead and kill the feed and let my phone charge a while, because it's down another 20%. What the fuck? It just doesn't, on this car charger thingy, it does not charge as fast as it uses charge. It's good on a wall plug. Just fucking car charger thing sucks. Anyway, if we're gonna do this the whole trip, all we're gonna do is sit here for the next hour. I'm gonna check the water as soon as it cools down enough to, and it is not cool enough to do that yet. It's not that hot though. It's only like 180 degrees. I'll just wait till it cools down enough and check the oil, check the water. I'll look at my roof. I'll do the whole walk around, and we'll start up again when we take off. But I'm gonna go walk Chico. Love y'all. We'll catch you in about an hour. We'll go back again live.